is one of two panels, and this current forum that you're attending will be about the future of Bitcoin, and we might talk a little bit about alternate currencies in general. I'm here with my very distinguished panel, or somewhat distinguished panel, depending on your viewpoint, but over there to the left, to your right, we have Ron Helwig, and he moved in 2005 and had lived in 8 different towns, right? And, yeah, and he's created Shire Silver as an alternative currency. Took one year to accept Bitcoin as a legitimate currency, and now accepts it for Shire Silver. He has been experimenting with the Bitcoin investment world. And the next person, Josh Harvey, he's a co-founder of Lamasu, which is a Bitcoin capital, or your company, right? And then one thing I think is very exciting is they're developing a Bitcoin machine that allows you to take Federal Reserve notes and get Bitcoins without any interaction from a person. So it's supposed to bring the very lot of convenience to buying Bitcoins, which is one of the main hurdles in the current environment. And then if we keep on going, there's Teresa here. And Teresa is co-founder and treasurer for FreeAid. Now you probably have seen their tent up there. And they're an organization of medically skilled liberty lovers created to help individuals organize projects that educate people about the value of mutual aid. And I, for one, can be a testament to how valuable the service they provide at PorcFest is. If you have some kind of issue, there might be an EMT on the spot. Like I see it pretty much instantaneously here at PorcFest, and it's because of Teresa and her establishment. Well, Teresa and her team establishing FreeAid. And we also have Japhet Stevens, who runs the browser game MindThings.com, which began accepting Bitcoins 2 years ago. I think it's been more than 2. A little more. He wrote most of the BitPay plugins, which integrate online merchants with Bitcoin. He's convinced several merchants in his area to accept Bitcoin. So we have a great panel today. I for one, know Japhet was one of the first adopters. This game that you can play online, you can buy little virtual goods in the game that helps you get better with Bitcoin. So he's probably one of the initial people that gave Bitcoin some value, among others, not exclusively. Okay, so the way this is set up is we're going to have about 40 minutes of moderated discussion, and then there will be questions from the audience. Now, if you want to be recognized earlier, that's fine. I'll do my best to take your questions as they come. Let's start off with Ron, since I'm introduced to this order. So Ron, I had a question for Ron, and I wanted to ask Ron what he imagined that alternate currencies would what could be the consequences and potential of alternate currencies for the globe and the world?
Yeah, well, I think one of the primary things that I'm looking at with the currency choices that we're getting now is that the whole world is essentially used to inflationary currency systems. And there's all the misallocation of resources and all the malinvestment going on because of the inflationary currencies. And looking at my currency, the bullion-based currencies are mostly stable in price, and then Bitcoin, which is deflationary in its characteristics, or can be, is kind of the opposite swing of that pendulum. So looking into the future, as these alternative currencies come on board, we're going to be moving away from the inflationary currency systems to a deflationary system, and I'm still thinking about what does that going to mean for, how is the world going to operate? How are economics going to change in the future? And I would ask all of you to consider that as well. What are the investment opportunities that are going to come up? How is that going to change your business? How is that going to change if you're just a worker? How is that going to change things for you?
Good. Well, thank you very much, Ron. And Josh, he's kind of our technical expert on the stage. And